We are following breaking news for you this morning. The person accused of shooting 4 students at a Dallas high school is now in custody. Those students are recovering this morning, and thankfully their injuries are not life-threatening.
Yeah, and as we mentioned earlier, classes at Wilmer Hutchins High School canceled for the rest of the week. That school is in southeast Dallas, right off I-20 in Langdon, and this is the second time in about a year there's been a shooting there. Police had been searching several spots, but overnight the suspect turned himself in. Right now, investigators are trying to figure out how that gun made it into the school. All students were reunited with their parents or guardians by 5 o'clock yesterday. Now, we've been tracking this story since that active shooter call came in yesterday afternoon at Wilmer Hutchins High School, and that's where we find our Chris Sadeghi this morning. He's got the latest on the investigation. Chris.
Well, Mark, this morning there is just the one police officer here in the parking lot at the campus. There'll be no class today, nor for the rest of the week. Time for investigation and then time for everyone to process yet another shooting at this campus that sent 4 students to the hospital. We are still working to get information today, but what we know right now is the shooting began just after 1 p.m. from our helicopter. We could see students running outside, evacuated to the school's football field that was designated as a reunification point. The motivation or circumstances that led to the shooting still not clear, but we know 3 boys ages ranging from 15 to 18 were shot and a 4th was grazed by a bullet. All 4 were hospitalized, with at least 1 that was in serious condition. District police said the threat was over within the hour and the building secured by 2:15. Our crews on scene were able to speak to students in those moments after the shooting, including this freshman who described what it was like inside her classroom as the shooting began.
We heard a shot, and my teacher, he closed the door really fast, and he told us all to get in the corner and to start calling our parents to tell them what was going on. And then he just told us to be quiet and that if anything were to happen, he would help protect us because we're his first priorities.
And this shooting happened nearly 1 year to the day of a shooting, same school building, last year. And after that shooting, there were changes to security protocol. Now, why those changes could not prevent another gun from getting inside the building yesterday, we're going to examine what happened coming up in 30 minutes and where those gaps still are. But there is a suspect in custody. For that, I'm going to send it out to Janelle Fort, who is live at the jail. Janelle.
Well, Chris, this morning we are still working to ID that team. What I can tell you this morning, though, is that according to police, he is 17 years old and a student at Wilmer Hutchins. Dallas ISD police say he turned himself in here at the jail around 9 o'clock last night, more than 8 hours after that shooting unfolded. Now, sources tell WFAA he was supposed to surrender much earlier in the day at a Dallas police substation, but never showed. That no-show set off a full-scale search that stretched from Dallas to Waxahachie. Law enforcement swarmed a neighborhood there last night, using a local church as a staging area. We spoke with neighbors who watched as SWAT members surrounded that home, guns drawn. Take a listen.
Very alarming, very scary. Not, especially with our school being right in our backyard, very frightening.
Now, again, this is all after police say that teen was involved in a shooting that sent 4 of his classmates to the hospital. Dallas ISD police say the suspect is now charged with aggravated assault. They say the investigation is still very active, and right now they aren't releasing much more about a possible motive or what led up to this shooting. This morning, though, one thing is certain, this community is shaken. We are going to continue to keep pressing for answers, for more information, and as soon as we learn more details, we'll be sure to get it to you. Mark, back to you.
Yeah, Janelle, thank you for that update this morning. Want to catch you up as well with Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who says he has weighed in on the high school shooting and has been in contact with Dallas leaders and is ready to help, saying, quote, "Our hearts go out to the victims of this senseless act of violence at Wilmer Hutchins High School." He does say that he has spoken with the Dallas ISD superintendent and police chief as well and is offering support for families, students, and staff, along with the tools to help police bring the suspect to justice.
Down in Austin, state lawmakers paused to reflect hours after the shooting. Representative H. Davis, who represents the Wilmer Hutchins area, spoke on the House floor.
Humbly ask for prayers for those students, the families, the staff at the schools, the first responders, and everybody else who's going to be affected by this.
After her remarks, lawmakers and guests in the gallery stood for a moment of silence. And as they mentioned, you can count on us to keep you updated. We are going to learn more today, and we're going to bring that to you as quickly as we can. You can also watch extended coverage, including the full Dallas ISD news conference right now on WFAA Plus. You can download our free streaming app and watch anytime from your TV at home.